think I'm having way too much fun today. And we just chatting it up in here. Oh, now I gotta watch this too. Oh, I didn't wanna. Oh, what? All right. But no, I'm just having a business plan. So if you got anything you want to say, just go ahead and say it. I'm keeping an eye on everything, like all zeroed in. Daydreaming for breakfast, dude. I make some mean breakfast. Like I don't make pancakes. I make cakes that are cooked in a pan. Like straight up, you could eat those things without the syrup and everything like that. Maybe a little bit of butter on there. But the chef in me comes out when I really go into something I like. I've done so many things. Like I've done sales. I've managed a Blockbuster and a Hollywood Video. Um, I've been a chef. I've started a computer company from my last $800 of unemployment. I've worked politics in South Side of Chicago, which I do not recommend as my complexion. It was a wild ride. No, I've been in so many places that I shouldn't have been in. Like, like straight up. There's a reason I wrote a book in my life at 35, and it reads like a freaking novel, dude. And I'll be talking more about that. It's just Autism Awareness Month. I want to get this thing done because I want to finish this month strong. I want to show people how to garden on their own. I want to show people like what work ethic really looks like. I want to put this business plan out there. Like I want to get everything done and really wrap up Autism Awareness Month strong because I did stand up for the first time in years. I think I got that video on here, but it's definitely on YouTube, like the full set, which actually wasn't bad. Like, believe it or not, it was not horrible. I made a few people laugh. And who are you? Caffeinated Survivor. Oh my gosh. What are we doing here? Hello, Caffeinated. How are you?
Hey, I'm sorry. Hold on. What had just happened to my audio? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Okay, let me figure out what just went wrong. Something is not right here.
I know. It's horrible.
What did I do?
Oh, the full set on YouTube for sure.
Shoot. Do you want me to let me disconnect and then come right back? I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, on YouTube. Hey, Commando, proud of you. I appreciate you appreciating me. Okay, this is like a mutual thing. Oh no, do it again. Do it again. Dang it. One more time. One more time. One more time. Get back in there. Get in there. Get in. I'm on TikTok too, so I'm doing both things at once, and I totally forgot to accept because I was talking to you over here and you're over here. Can I do that again? How do I do that? Okay. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But yeah, I'm going to stay consistent on YouTube because I like YouTube. It can give me longer videos and such, and I want to go into depth on some things. You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate you. Hey, where'd she go? Where'd she go? Oh. Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Boom. Are you there? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Hold on. I'm still not hearing. What in the world is
I
going
can't hear
on?
anything either.
Okay. All right, let's see if that changed anything.
I'm just playing with you. Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
Just going on.
I've said that before.
Do I have a setting on wrong?
Maybe.
So I still can't hear anything. What in the world?
Hey, I love Brainiac.
This is super weird.
I know. Like, oh my god.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you okay, you can hear me.
No, I'm totally not talking. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry, this is
I don't hear.
I don't know if this is a setting or
let me see if there's something on mine.
Here.
Let's go to settings.
I'm sorry, dude.
There's no muted accounts on my end.
Like, it's showing me like the little audio thing up in the middle and stuff, and I'm not sure what I did wrong.
I'm not sure either. I don't know. But I think I remember your videos though. Like if you haven't checked her out, check her out. No, as a fellow
Human
musician,
voice.
totally want to talk to you.
Okay,
Carter Conley.
that did not work. There is something that I did wrong. I don't know what it is.
I'm doing very well. How you doing, Mark Robertson? I still got to remember that, like, you're not commenting to her. Like, I can only see people
All right,
commenting
dude.
to me.
I'm sorry.
I know, right? Like, da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm glad you're doing good. Feel free to tell me about your day. Same thing with you folks on YouTube. I got like 3 people watching me on YouTube like a stalker. No, I'm just typing a business plan. This doesn't need. Oh, this need is determined. I'll just leave it at this. Market price is determined by the average cost of produce generally imported throughout half the year. How do I want to write this? So, Mark Robertson, what have you been up to today? And to y'all on YouTube, if you want to ask questions or whatnot, I'm just kind of doodling and fiddling. Only affected a price increase importation out half the year. Greenhouses and aquaponics. Dude, if you want to bring people to my channel, I'm actually going to start a series on YouTube. I'm talking to my YouTube friend over here. So, Clothesline Media, the big thing is I'm going to start teaching employers how to handle ADHD and autistic individuals. Your writing is over there, so I'm looking down there. Of course, I got TikTok right here. But the general gist is I want to teach employers how to better interact with us in order for them to understand us and better utilize us as a resource. So ADHD, autism, I'm really big on that. Also, autisticcommando.com, you can find some serious merch that will make you laugh and smile. I can promise that. Like, I can genuinely promise that because I designed all of them. But there's also something like hidden in the background of each one of those. There's like a picture hidden within a picture of every one of them, except for the poopy ones. The poopy ones, they're just, fun. You'll see if you go to autisticcommando.com. It's fun. And I should have a link in the bio. Oh, well, not on YouTube. I got to fix that. I'll be fixing that today. I've got a bad habit of getting distracted by other things and putting things off. You have a stressful day, huh? Well, chill time is good. It's certainly welcome if you can direct people to this channel. I am going to teach on autism and ADHD, and I have fun merch on autisticcommando.com. You can also go to neurospicy.com too. True story. Neurospicy.com, that was an ex-girlfriend owns it. And pretty awesome stuff there, especially if you want to go into the romantic side of things, you know what I'm saying? Like Neurospicy and all that. Plus, she's a really, really nice lady. You break even current market costs is within a 2-year window. You know what? What I'm going to be doing on this channel is teaching people who aren't autistic or ADHD what autism and ADHD is. So if you want to point people my way, I'm perfectly fine with that. I would be grateful. In fact, believe it or not, I'm trying to get TikTok people over to YouTube because, I mean, I don't make money on TikTok, but on YouTube, just with people viewing videos and whatnot, I make passive income. I'd like to make this a living. I'm not trying to gouge people or whatnot. I've also got a Patreon and so on and so forth. Like I'm getting into that. It's just I'm kind of a little bit. But yeah, the shout out on the next video. Absolutely, I've got to check out your videos too, because I really want to. Like if you're shouting me out, I want to shout you out. One thing that my TikTok followers, like I've got 30,000 of them, so basically a mini cult, and. Ooh, she's back. She's back. Can you hear me?
I'm so sorry, dude.
You should be.
I know, I'm sorry. I figured out what I did wrong.
Oh my God, she can hear me now. Wait, don't tell her what I said.
I'm sure it was horrible.
Give me 2 seconds real quick. 2 seconds real quick. So Clothesline Media, definitely I'm going to be checking out your videos and I want to find out what you're about. I've got YouTube going too, because I'm like, you know what? I'm over here.
Okay.
Oh, and to answer the question to Mark Robertson, how do you manage advocating for yourself when it's something you've never really done? Don't ask me. I'm just now starting to do that for myself. But if you're talking workplace, then the way that you advocate for yourself is basically let them know, hey, I'm this way, and you can work with me, or not work with me, but work with me. You know, you basically lay out a foundation for. I mean, you could chime in anytime. Is when you lay out a foundation for, okay, sometimes I'm a little bit slow on this, or maybe I'm quick on this. Let them know what you are and what your accommodations are, because you are disability protected legally. And then keep documentation of everything. I've been through hostile work environments. What about you? Now, remind me, my caffeinated sister, are you autistic ADHD?
I'm autistic, but not ADHD.
Okay, so you don't drive an Audi. I got you. But yeah, ADHD is fun. I mean, it's the ups and downs of it that's fun to ride. With autism, it's like super hyper focused ups and downs. At least that's my experience.
Oh, well, I have post-traumatic stress disorder for the ups and downs part. I've got it covered.
Cheers.
Just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, wait till you've been threatened by a small-time drug lord. That's always fun. That happened.
I mean, I've gone through a lot, to be fair, but yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh, I believe it. Like, one thing I will never compare is my experience to a woman's experience, especially with ADHD or autism. I know better. Because y'all have a completely different perspective. Like, I'm that dude that I'll break a bone and keep on fighting with it. I've done it. Y'all women, like, you're not fighters like that, you know? And men are just like aggressive and like grr. And like,
yeah.
True story.
I mean, it is different. It is really different. And then the expectations are really different too and stuff. And
hell yes.
There's always like more allowances for male presentation or whatever. And
I call it misogyny.
But yeah.
It's kind of
it's a mess.
It's one of those things where I grew up like that. I was taught that. I was reinforced by my peers. Oh, Chantix, because nicotine, bad. And with all that reinforcement, I had to retrain myself. But thankfully, I had some lady friends to teach me. And they're just like, no. And I learned. But not every dude has that. And not every dude wants to do that. Because there's a comfort in privilege. There really is. Yeah, call it what you want.
That makes sense. That's true, 100%.
So tell me about your day. How you doing?
I have been struggling more and more lately with PTSD. just because of a lot of stuff I'm going through. So, I mean, I was following you. I think we were connected before I really.
Oh my God, we were connected?
Left. Well, we were connected like before I left the situation I was in and stuff, and so like, oh, yeah. But I'm just, I don't know. It's I've been having a lot of bad days, I guess. But you know.
So what do you do to correct those bad days? What do you do to bring yourself up?
I get on TikTok, look for artificial reinforcement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing.
So what about cute animals?
Yeah, I mean, I have a German Shepherd, but.
So check this out. There's one of my favorite creators on here called Roma Wells. And if you go to romawells.com, you can check her out. But she does like all these different weird animals that are like super freaking cute. They brighten my day. And then there's one guy whose hair is just a complete mess. Like he looks like somebody that doesn't always take care of himself, and he has a weird way of speaking, but it's always positive. And then there's one kid with Down syndrome. I call him a kid because, you know, he's in his like early 20s. So to me, he's a kid. And he reenacts like Lord of the Rings. And I mean, I've duetted some of his videos and whatnot. He's just like super fun to watch.
That sounds cool.
But I find that bringing levity to a situation that's poor is often what brings us out of that situation. It refreshes our mind, snaps us out of it. That's my experience.
All right, like what do you mean? Like how do you're saying bringing levity to a situation to bring you out of the like emotional experience of the situation? Like
redirect your emotions is what it is. So
yeah.
I like to make fun of things, and I'm not sure if I should be making fun of people, but I do. Like I'm that dude that in a traffic jam when I feel road rage coming on, it's like left foot, right foot, honey, you got this. Oh. You know, little things like that. Like they can't hear me, but it makes me smile, and that's what counts. And then I watch cute animals because cute animals literally change. It alters your brain chemistry, so it forces you to be lighter. If you got dogs, you know, love on the dogs. You know, just not too much. That's weird, but love on the dogs. We've got little puppies over here and baby goats that we have to bottle feed and so on. And I haven't spent too much time with them. Yeah, you can see them in some of my videos, but they're cute. I saved them from their mama, which was abandoning them and saying, "No, you don't get milk today. You didn't take out garbage." So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens. Yeah, that's cool. I used to have goats. It's been a long time though, but yeah. I mean, for a while when I was younger, I lived on, I don't know, we called it a ranch. It wasn't really like a regular ranch, I guess, but we had ostriches and goats and stuff for a short while. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of familiar with that stuff, I guess. Chickens and all that.
Yeah, and I'm currently, whatchamacallit. Here, let me read these things. I've got goats out there that I've got to feed in like 2 hours or something like that. Told the steer yard and my propane supplier about what being ADHD or ADHD. Dude, that's awesome. Like Carter Conley was saying that, you know, he told the steel yard foreman or whatever it is. Like sometimes you run into cool people at cool employers and whatnot that are just like, hey, I'm cool with it. I'm gonna work with you. And then there's some that are just like jerks about it. They see it as an easy target.
Yeah. It can be considered more valuable if a man has it, and for me, it's like they automatically see me as valueless. And it's like the things that I could have done theoretically for the way that my brain works, like getting into tech or something. Like I didn't have those opportunities just because of being isolated growing up, and then struggling to get an education as an adult.
So what do you do now?
So yeah, nothing.
Okay.
I've had over 40 jobs. I've never been able to keep an employer.
All right, so follow me on this. Udemy.com, I'm going through that right now to learn Python, but I'm also going to be signing up for one of those free coding, like don't pay until you graduate things. Like Merit America, I'm not touching that. I can look up the other ones that I got if you're interested. But the long story short,
I mean, I think I'm pretty familiar. I have gotten to the point where I struggle to learn anything new, which is why I'm not in college anymore. Because the last 3 attempts, I had to basically drop all my classes. PTSD is got very overwhelming the last few years. To the point that I was having seizures a lot and stuff like that. And I haven't had any seizures since I left him, left the abusive situation.
1 second, Hank. I want to finish this conversation, but I'm coming to you. Go ahead.
It's going to take a few years, I think, before I can try to start learning new things and a lot of therapy. I had a lot of problems at this point, basically.
I spent the past year, like all of my TikTok videos, if you watch the monologue for the past year, has been my recovery from trauma, PTSD, all of that. And of course, it's going to be very different from yours. Everybody's journey is different. I don't know if they have services available for people with ADHD specifically. I am autistic, so I have access to, medical stuff and psychologist stuff if I need it, even though they're like all of them are overbooked. But I feel for you. I wish I could give you more information. Like,
yeah, I have a therapist I've seen a little bit. He basically said that he really couldn't. He can't do what I need. He can continue being like a support, but he can't do what I need. I have to find something that can offer more services, and so I have an intake next week for a place that can do a lot more regarding trauma recovery. And so I'm going to see how that goes. And they don't have anything to do with neurodivergency, though, and that's part of my concern. I'm autistic. I need something more specific, but I don't think I'm going to find it. I just have government, like state health insurance now because of being poor, technically.
No, I get it. Yeah. I get it completely. There should be within your network, if you call your Social Security worker, if you have one. Nope. Sorry, I'm getting overloaded. But you should be able to go through a list yourself and see who is specializing in neurodivergency. In fact, maybe you could chime in on this one. A guy named Hank on YouTube just asked, any advice for a dad who has a 13-year-old daughter diagnosed with ADHD? Sometimes we have arguments when she is tired. My first thought on this one is that when she's tired, it seems like it might be burnt out, and it might be from masking, from having to put on a facade to appease somebody else to make them basically feel better. And I think that the first step in that one is to directly address your daughter in a calmer state and say, how would you like me to communicate with you? What are your thoughts on this one?
Or putting it off. It's probably some sort of overload and she needs to put it off until later. Anything that can be put off.
Yep, putting it off until later until it calms down.
Yeah, or until, or the next day when they have more energy or something, because my brain's going to short circuit if I'm really tired and then suddenly I have to make decisions on things, and I'm going to be mad at everybody involved probably. But I mean, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on
it. And Hank, she's in agreement with you that she was the one that thought of it. But putting it off is a very wise idea until things calm down. But I also say when things are calm, ask your daughter how she would like to be communicated with. I think that's a very good next step. Let her guide the way that she wants to communicate. Maybe set some ground rules, because I love ground rules in the conversation. I really do. So what are you doing for the rest of your day?
I'm procrastinating by being on lives all day. I'll just bounce back and forth to a bunch of different lives, and because I literally have nothing to do today, and that in and of itself is a problem. My son is over at his dad's house today, so.
Oh, how old's your son?
7.
Ah, that age. That's either a good thing or a bad thing, or not. I won't say good or bad. It's either really excitable or that's the calm stage where they're trying to learn. Which one is yours?
I feel like it's switching to the calm. He's in super absorbent mode right now, where he's absorbing all kinds of information about everything.
Okay. Now, does he seem like he's on the spectrum too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's in the process of.
It wasn't just yeah. It was oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He's got the same flavor as me.
Ah. Well, if you go to Baskin Robbins, at least you can share.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously, we come in more flavors than Baskin Robbins. Real talk.
Yeah, that's true. But I got really lucky because, I was in a tough situation anyway, so I got lucky that I could really understand him automatically, even before I had a diagnosis or knowledge about the labels. So I know a lot of people don't get that lucky.
Well, I think children being born now are luckier than we were because there's a greater understanding and more people like us are going into the field. In fact, if I can ever free up my transcripts, I will gladly go into the field. That's why I've got a little Patreon thing on my page, because if I can reach that 15 grand, which I'm going to be doing side gigs out here, put it this way, I'm in the process of trying to rebrand Lebanon, Oregon into Enchanted Countryside, Lebanon, Oregon. Just to bring in more money and so on and so forth, but also to get my feet wet into local politics. And
okay.
Yeah, I used to do that back in Chicago. That's how I ticked off the drug lord who was the mayor of Harvey, Illinois. His name was Eric Kellogg. I've got this plan right here because it's a food desert, and I promised a friend, I don't break promises, that he said, if you can do anything about the food desert, would you? And so that's what I'm doing right now. This is a solution that we have for female homeless veterans, and I'm translating it into solving the upcoming food shortage or crisis, and all that, like the inflation. This can solve it on a localized basis, and I've got a network for it. But it also can tackle homelessness because where the worker's coming from, small homes. So, and it can use, like right now, as of 2018, it was $55,000 per homeless person per year that the government was spending in taxes. And now you can use that same $55,000 to basically make money for the people that benefits us, so we're not importing half the year. So it's gross domestic product benefit, GDP. I mean, it's one of those.
Yeah.
I had to anticipate all the politicians that already have their hands in food producers' pockets and all that good stuff, to basically counterbalance it to where they have nothing to argue against.
Yeah.
That was my specialty back in the day. PR.
Cool. So you're going to be interested in what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be addressing a regulatory panel for judges soon about ableism in family court.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah. This is probably a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I am certainly not prepared well enough.
If you need help, let me know. Cheers.
I would like to talk to anybody who's, if you want to talk to me about it, we can. I can.
Write this down.
It would be nice to just have feedback from somebody else who's kind of been involved in stuff.
No, I want you to write this down. I'm going to give you my direct email address. You can send me what you're going to be saying, and I will gladly vet it for you. And I'll vet it from the standpoint of anything they would object to or anything that anybody would try to spin. And I might even throw in a little spin for you to throw at them.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, let me pull up a page real quick. Oh, you know what? You can just DM me later. Could you do that? That'd be so much easier.
Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I gotta email myself. Okay.
I'll DM you and remind you because this is really important to me. I'll remember.
Thank you.
I'll
And
do that because I know you'll forget.
DM me your email address. Just leave out the .com part. But if you DM me your email address, I will shoot you an email before the end of the night. And I've got to go. I've got somebody important calling. So can I hit you up? All right, DM me. I got to take this call, okay? I'll call you back. There we go. I just saw him a text. But no, I've got a call coming in, so I'm going to have to end this live over here.
Okay.
Wait, how do I do that?
All right, that's what that noise was.
Yeah.
Okay.